This is the channel where we bring you the timeless wisdom of the Bible in engaging videos that will inspire and uplift your spirit. Join us as we delve into the sacred scriptures, explore profound teachings, and uncover the life-changing message of God's love and salvation. Subscribe now and embark on a transformative journey that will enrich your faith and empower your walk with Christ. Do not miss out on daily devotionals and special messages that will guide you every step of the way. Stay connected to ignite your faith and experience the joy of a life transformed by the power of God's Word. Choose your subscription now and let the transformative power of the Bible come to life in your heart. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Chosen, where we bring you stories from the Bible. Today we are bringing you the story of Daniel and the lions. Before we begin, please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. Okay, so let's get into it. Now this is the story of Daniel chapter 6. Let's read the first verse. It says, "Now it came to pass, in the reign of Darius, the son of Ahasuerus, who was made king over the realm of the Medes and Persians." So this was after Cyrus had conquered Babylon. The Medes and the Persians ruled over the land of Babylon. Then there was a man in Babylon who was called Daniel, and the Lord gave him favor, and he became distinguished above all the other officials and governors that were in the king's province, because an excellent spirit was in him. And in time, he became distinguished above all the other officials, because an excellent spirit was in him. So Daniel was a good guy. He lived among the people of Babylon. He served God. And despite the fact that he was serving God, God was helping him. In fact, it says that God gave him favor. And then the passage continues in verse 5. It says, "Nevertheless, the other officials sought to find a basis of complaint against him, but they found no corruption in him. They could find nothing with which to accuse him of any wrongdoing, only that this Daniel was accustomed to pray and make supplications before his God." So the thing with Daniel is that although he was favored of God, he didn't let that get to his head. He was still a humble servant of God, and he was still praying 3 times a day. He was disciplined, he was consistent, and that annoyed the other officials. Maybe they saw him being favored of God, and they thought that he didn't deserve it. Or maybe it was envy. Maybe they were angry that God was with Daniel, and he was prospering, and they were not. Whatever it was, they wanted to destroy him. So they tried looking for something bad that Daniel did. It says they looked everywhere, but they couldn't find anything, except that he prayed 3 times a day. So these officials went to Darius the king, and they said, "O king, we have found a way by which we may be able to put you above all the officials, and that is to establish a statute that no one may pray to any god or man for 30 days, except you, O king. Then those who do not obey on earth, the king may throw into the lion's den." So they had come up with this wicked plot, and the king fell for it. He agreed to it. So the king signed the document, establishing this law. So now, after hearing the law, Daniel went home, and it says that he opened his window towards Jerusalem. It says, "But Daniel, when he heard the law, neither was afraid, nor made supplication before his God." So he didn't panic. He didn't go running to God like, "Oh God, what am I going to do?" No, he was just calm, and it says that he continued praying 3 times a day. So Daniel continued doing what he had been doing. He didn't stop praying just because there was this new law. Then, after he had prayed, some men went out and started looking for Daniel, and they said, "We will not find any ground of complaint against this Daniel, unless we find it in connection with the law of his God." So they found Daniel, they went to him, and they said, "Did you just hear the king issue a decree that for 30 days no one is allowed to pray to any god or man except the king? Here you are, though praying to your God." So Daniel was brought before the king, and the king was very upset. He said, "Why didn't you obey the law that I issued?" Then Daniel answered the king, "Oh, king, the God whom I serve is able to deliver me. He will rescue me from the lion's den. He will rescue me from the lions, and he will rescue me from the lion's den." So Daniel is telling the king, "You know, king, I serve a powerful God, and he can save me from whatever trouble I might be in." The king couldn't believe this. He said, "Is this true? Your God is able to save you from the lions." Daniel said, "Yes, my God is able to save me from the lions, but even if he doesn't, I'm still going to pray to him." So, because Daniel was so persistent, because he kept saying, "No, I'm going to pray," the king had to send him to the lion's den, and it says that the den was filled with lions. The king ordered for the den to be filled with stones, and for the mouth of the den to be sealed with a stone while Daniel was inside. So Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, and the king left. But before he left, he said to Daniel, "May your God whom you serve continually deliver you from the lions." So Daniel spent the night in the lion's den, and it says that the king could not sleep. He spent the night tossing and turning, unable to sleep, and at dawn, the next morning, he ran to the lion's den, and before he even got close, he heard the lions roaring. So he cried out. He said, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually delivered you from the lions?" Then Daniel said to the king, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, and they have not harmed me." He said, "My God has sent his angel. Shut the mouth of the lions." That means that the lions could have eaten Daniel, but God shut their mouths. They could not harm him. Then the king commanded that Daniel be taken out of the den, and he was dragged out. And when he was dragged out, the king said, "Has my God delivered you?" And Daniel replied, "Yes, my God has delivered me, because I trusted him. I had confidence in him. I didn't doubt him. I didn't ask why. I didn't complain. I just trusted that he was going to save me." So the king was so happy that Daniel was saved, and he ordered the men who had come to arrest Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den, and they were thrown in. And it says that before they even touched the ground, the lions overpowered them. So these men who wanted to kill Daniel, God used the lions to punish them instead. And after this, Darius proclaimed a decree throughout the empire, and the decree stated that the God of Daniel, the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, is the living God. He is the King of kings over all the kingdoms of the world, and he is eternal, and he delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders above all the gods of the nations, and he is the one to be feared above all other gods, and he is to be glorified above all other lords. So Daniel's enemies were punished. Daniel was exalted, and God was glorified. As we end today's reading, I want you to remember that no matter what you face, no matter what danger you're in, no matter what seems to be against you, you have a powerful God who loves you and who wants to help you, and you can trust him to deliver you. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to leave a like, share and comment down below. You can also tell us what your favorite part of the story was.